So we're in downtown Kissimmee right now. There's Laniers Antique Mall. But let's see if we can get across the street without getting killed. Success. There's a lot of stuff in here. Haven't been in here in years, but there's a lot of stuff. Let's make sure I can film in here. Oh, is she? All right. And here's Paula. I finally get her on film. Paula's one of those scaredy cats that doesn't like the camera. Inside and out?
Yeah, I'm reorganizing.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's a mess right now. That's the example of business.
You have a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I have 3 booths.
3 booths, all right here or other
Yeah,
places
all right
too?
here. And then there's like old teddy bears and stuff over there. But right now we're cleaning up, so it's...
All right. Well, I'm going to take a look.
And then I'll introduce you to Jeremy,
Okay, thank you.
if I can find him.
Wow, so Paula's going nuts with the Disney stuff. I've known Paula now for a few years, and from what I remember, her daughter's really heavily into Disney. So not bad. $5 for a Brooklyn hat or a Baltimore. Not bad. So the prices seem good. Is this you too?
Yeah. And then the old teddy bears.
I see Brooklyn. I see Baltimore.
And
You're
I still
missing the most important. Massachusetts, Boston.
I have a lot more in storage.
All right.
And then there's some old teddy bears over there. And I have a lot of nice costume jewelry, but I haven't got them in yet.
Wow. Ton of stuff, Paula.
Let me see if I can find Jeremy.
Okay. Paula's heavy into pops,
Jeremy?
as you can see. Wow, so she has 3 booths. Like, see this booth? They're selling all the bar memorabilia. There's some Elvis cards. I don't know pricing. Wow, there's a ton of stuff. And this is all just her. This is just one person. Wow, and she has 3 booths. She could probably use 3 more. There's a bunch of die cast for this booth. And there's some older Disney stuff. As you know, Disney's gonna be a popular item here because it's 30 minutes away, if that. You'll notice this when I do my lives. This is behind me on my shelf. Lots of cool stuff. And Paula says this is her over here with all the teddy bears. Oh, big giant Harley bear up there. Yeah, let me see if I can. A lot of 45s. There's an old Singer sewing machine. Now see, for me, this is not a good use of space, because thinking retail, when you rent a booth, if this is a 10 by 10, which I'm assuming it is, you have a cost per square foot. So this being here is cool. Not everything from that one. Well, so there's a few people selling like package lots.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you never know what you'll find from
Right.
one day to the next.
And there's that Coca-Cola cooler.
Usually, a lot of people look for these lamps.
Yeah, hurricane lamps,
Yeah.
especially in Florida, right?
Do you still have them?
Yeah.
You're a dealer in here also?
No.
Oh,
No, she just sell. I'll take the number and
where do you sell?
I don't.
no,
Oh,
there's
okay.
a yard sale, she said.
Ah, okay. There's some Disney plates.
Yeah, look at this nice light up globe.
Oh, the glow that lights up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
175.
Wow.
I think it's like 10,000 square feet.
In here?
Mm-hmm.
And there's an upstairs?
Well, the upstairs is kind of closed off.
Okay. Anybody want DVDs? Or a nice Texaco print? It does feel good. Like, you can get an idea. Lot of stuff, huh? Furniture, glassware, china. That's pretty cool. The banquet with the clock in it. Very cool stuff. There you go. Yeah, wash sink. Nice Tiffany lamps back there. Pool balls. So we've just about run the gamut of everything that you're into that you could look for. This is nice, huh? I don't know how much that is. I don't have my glasses on.
Shirley Temple. They have old postcards.
Wow. $2 a piece. I think I bought about 1,000 postcards, all the way from the 1900s.
Wow.
And I don't get $2 a piece. But New York City, Indiana, California, Massachusetts. A little favoritism there, you know. More die cast. All kinds of die cast. Oh, more here too. No, that's the phone. His backpack is the phone. It is hot in here, so they have these giant fans on, because if you can imagine, it's 95 outside. So to cool this place would be a small fortune every month. That's nice.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You're Jeremy?
Yes. Yes, Mom.
Nice to meet you, Jeremy.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm just doing a little filming for my YouTube channel.
Oh, awesome.
I do a show, it's called Buying, Selling, and Collecting with Paul.
Yeah, Paula told me about the show. Yes.
And other than doing auctions a couple of days a week, we also do other shows with guests, and we do some teaching, some 101s, you
Yeah.
know, like that. And one of the shows we already did 2 parts on was basically extra streams of income. We have a lot of people, it's a small group of resellers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they bitch basically that I have a death pile because there's very successful sourcing, and a lot of times you just can't pass up the deals. So the stack builds and builds and builds, and they call it a death pile. So the first part 1 of this, I was saying to myself, because the person I was interviewing says, well, I have 2 booths in 2 different antique malls. The little light went off, and I said, well, that's taking your death pile and making it a profit pile. No more just being somewhere not sold, but now you can have it available for sale. Why doesn't everybody do that?
Yeah, and it almost allows, if you hit the right shop, you to not only be able to make money, but also it's a small business.
Exactly.
That benefits the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few people were saying, you know, I have so much stuff, I'm thinking of renting a storage unit. It's like, but you're paying to put something where nobody's going to see it.
Exactly.
Why not pay for a space like this where your stuff could be available for sale?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So for your store, now I know I've lived in Kissimmee, started here in '02, and we left 6 years ago, but we're only in St. Cloud. And I know you guys been here forever.
25 years, October 10th. It'll
Nice.
be 25 years. Yep.
So, what does somebody have to do to rent a space?
So in our store, all they have to do is come into the shop, tell us kind of what they have to sell, what their area of expertise is in, if it's primitives or if it's collectibles or if it's a little bit of everything. We show them the available spaces that we have.
Let me stop you right there for a
Yeah.
second, because you just used a phrase that, in all the time I've been doing this, nobody said primitives.
Yes.
What do you consider primitives?
So primitives traditionally would be pieces from the early to mid 1800s or before.
Okay,
And so there's not a lot of that in Florida, and when you find
Right.
it, it's like a real treasure.
Right.
There's a shop in Orlando called Apple Core Antiques that specialized in primitives.
oh, okay,
And a lot of people think primitives is like 1920 bread bowl, you know, like a nice single piece bread bowl.
right.
But it's so much more than that. It's textiles, it's artwork, it is fabric.
Pottery?
Pottery.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep.
And
Yeah, nobody's ever used that in our chats or anything. It's all vintage or antique.
Yeah, yeah.
And that, but they, you know, there are people like yourself now that just use the word primitives that, you know, a lot of people, we don't cover, we don't talk about it a lot.
There's
But
so
we
much
should.
variety. So much
Right.
variety. And we find here what moves, you know, if you close your eyes and point, that's what's selling right now.
Yep,
The market is so diverse. So we have become a place where if you're into just decorative pieces, you can come and find something. 1970s gift items, because Paula carries a whole bunch.
Paula has a ton of stuff.
Oh my gosh. And she's really started to theme. So like Christmas, Disney,
Yep,
any kind of specialty like that. So for anyone interested in opening up a spot, we're month to month. So you're not
Okay.
tied into this long extended contract. And this is good for folks who may have excess inventory. Let's say they're collectors and they might want to open up a little side business. It's
Yep.
a minimal investment. And you have a sales team that will help sell your merchandise.
okay,
And
Well,
you
then
can
we
always...
have some people where their grandparents passed away estates
Yes.
and they'll bring it in.
So we've had folks who contacted us who may have lost a loved one.
right,
Let's say this is a community, Osceola County, where there's a lot of seniors.
right,
They
yes.
live independently.
Well, I like to call it God's waiting room.
God's waiting room. So let's say one of those in God's waiting room moves on to the big sky.
Yeah,
The family members come down here and they're in a rush to kind of liquidate.
right,
So one of the options would be for them to have a booth for a month and liquidate as much as they can.
And they
then-
don't have to be.
No, they don't have to be here.
now that's a good point too, I never thought of that, because, yeah, that would be that's a good option, other than just having an estate sale person come in and wipe out the whole estate one weekend. They could come to a place like this, especially if it's collectibles and stuff, and get prime price for it before having an estate sale person come in
And
or
you
take everything.
Absolutely. You can also do the reverse. So you can take the choice pieces from the estate and put them in a place like this, an antique mall, and get more dollar amount wise.
Right.
And then the rest of the items, you know, household goods, pots and pans and things you
Yep.
can sell through the estate sale.
And people are not limited. I'm seeing everything in here.
We're everything. The only thing, so we don't do a lot of clothing, although we did have a vendor who did some really great vintage clothing. But they're really, as long as it's along the theme of antique and collectible and gifts
Yep.
and accessories, then it's a pretty gracious,
Wow.
you know, boundary line. But we've been here for 25 years. We're family owned and operated. All of the people that are in the shop,
I've been here for over 3 years.
3 years.
and Paula's family. So we all look out for each other. I mean, Paula will bring stuff up for everybody but herself. She'll collect things that people are carrying around, customers,
Yep.
from other booths, and sell more of their stuff some days than she
Wow.
does her own. But
Well, I
what's-
I met Paula at an auction in the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
She helps out the auction and stuff all the time.
Yep. So, and there's been many days where, you know, if one of the crew here has to run out, the crew fills in for each other. So you'll see Paula behind the desk running credit cards, or she's on
Okay.
the floor, or she's, you know, she's brought a lot of folks into the shop. It's been
So,
pretty wonderful.
do people need a tax ID number? Do they need a corporation? Anything?
Nope, you don't need
No,
anything.
it's up to you to do it at the end of the year.
Your taxes.
Your taxes
But I
and
mean to
everything.
rent the space as a business. No.
No, you have to take
Okay.
it.
And you collect the tax.
We do. We collect the taxes
Do
on
you
the sales.
pay the tax?
We do.
Oh, so the person is getting their net amount.
That's it. They get their net amount, so they're responsible for their income.
Right.
What we do is provide them with a report every month that's got an itemized list of what's sold along with the date,
Yep.
what it sold for, and then their net return, so what they've made on the sale. And the idea is to make it profitable for
Right.
them, not just have it. It serves a couple purposes. It liquidates merchandise, but it's also a source of income for some
Right.
people as well.
Right. And is there a long contract that you have to fill out?
It's
Or?
month to month. So if
That's
somebody
it.
came in, well, now we usually prioritize for the vendors that have been here longer, so they have the ability to kind of like take booths that are first available. But if somebody comes in as a new vendor, they can be here for a month or two, or they can be here for longer, and there's
Wow.
no repercussions.
And all your booths are 10 by 10s?
Yeah, we try to do 10 by 10s. We do bigger, so we can customize.
Okay.
So we've had some folks who need certain arrangements, certain
Yeah.
shapes in their booth. We go by the square foot. So
Okay.
on average, it's 10 by 10, $175 plus tax a month, and then we take 10% of the sales.
Okay.
So there's a small
You
commission.
provide the shelving.
We provide everything.
So you do?
Yep.
So I'm not renting just an empty 10 by 10?
No, sir. We'll provide the shelving.
How you doing, guys? Okay.
And we provide the staff, the marketing. We're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're also on the web, so we've got a website. And we also promote the shop via Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
We give away free coffee.
Yeah, we have free coffee too.
Oh.
In the winter when it's hot, or when it's cool.
A couple of the people that were on 2 of the shows already, one said you're required to do a day at the mall
No.
as you walk around and help people get stuff. You don't have to do that here.
No, but you're
But
welcome
it
to.
helps being, I try to come as much as I can, and it does make a difference.
Okay.
You can talk directly to the you can talk directly to the customers.
Right.
And,
And
Okay.
usually the vendors, like Paula, knows what she can do on an item. I'm given a little bit of leeway. So if I know a customer's going to spend with Paula like $50 or $100, she gives me a little bit of wiggle room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But if she's here, not only does it provide more information to the customer if they have questions,
Yeah.
but she can negotiate with them a little bit.
Okay.
More. So it makes sense.
But it's not required of the people that rent.
Nope, not at all.
All right. And what about security?
Security is us roaming around when we can,
Okay.
and making sure that any small items that are really expensive, we encourage our vendors to lock them up.
Right.
Because we get a lot of people through the shop. Like even now with COVID, we're getting a fair amount of traffic now. But prior to COVID,
I saw that even driving here, the little shops and stuff had a lot of cars parked outside.
Yes.
I almost felt like Black Friday type thing.
there's a parking lot, a free parking lot right around the corner here.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, so you don't have to fight the street.
Okay.
And I think one of the reasons why that is, what you said, was because people are returning to small towns and downtowns, and they like the feeling of personal service that they get from people like Paula and I.
Right, right.
We know their names, we remember them and their families, and
Yeah.
I think people like that experience. It's not like going to a shopping mall or a Best Buy,
Exactly.
in and out.
And then the Sunrail is just within walking distance.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that now too. Yeah.
On a side note, Kissimmee has the largest independently owned restaurant district in Central Florida.
Really?
So we have over 30 independently owned mom and pop restaurants within short walking distance of the shop. So it's a downtown that's very conducive, family friendly. We're LGBT friendly. We're just very diverse community.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, but I don't see any open booths, so you're packed.
We've got one.
Really?
Yes, but it's already
Wow.
spoken for, I believe. So when they come available, they go pretty quickly.
Yeah, I can imagine because
but,
everything's packed.
But we're packed.
Yeah.
And when we sold on top of this desk right here, I make use of every square foot. we had an old carousel horse that we sold
Yeah.
last Saturday, and I'll show you a picture actually if you want to see it.
Yeah.
A beautiful little piece that we had, and it found a home. And so as soon as that space became available, I filled it up. We also collect for food pantry items for the Osceola Council on Aging.
Okay, yes.
So we're involved in some of the local organizations here. See, here it is.
Oh, wow.
So it's a beautiful little carousel horse that we sold.
Yes.
So as soon as an item sells, we
Wow.
fill the spot up as soon as we can because
Right.
space is hard to find here.
It's very cool. A lot of information. Thank you very much.
Yes.
But I've always been a proponent of multiple streams of income.
Amen.
You do eBay, you do Amazon, you do online sales, you still have stuff. Why not rent a booth and sell it more?
That's right.
Get more and more people. Do you now? This booth would be a bad example, but can somebody put a sign or a banner up
Yes.
with their channel or whatever, their
Yep.
Facebook? Okay.
Absolutely. So we also have the ability, now people have cell phones,
Yep.
but we have phone jacks in the booths as well. So if somebody
Okay.
wanted to set up a computer system, they can do that.
So every booth has electricity?
Every booth has electricity.
Oh, cool.
And we encourage each individual vendor to kind of like market their space. So we call
Yep.
them mini shops.
Right, exactly.
So on our website, we promote them as independently owned stores within our store.
Yep.
They have their own merchandise, but they fit in our shop as one big family.
Cool. Very good.
So
Very,
we like
very
people
nice.
to name their booths, you know, like
Right.
up in the front we have, see, Paula's is 521 Trading. And what is Paula Liska's? It's a closet. I'm trying to remember. Paula's Closet?
I can't remember.
That's funny. We have a Rosie's Closet on our channel that comes all the time.
Really?
But when
Yeah.
you guys are done, I'm wanting to see Joanne's booth.
Oh, yeah, Joanne's.
Yeah, definitely. I want to take a
There's a
look around.
Chinese cutout thing.
All right, Jeremy. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
sir. I really enjoyed it. Nice
Thank
to meet
you. Same here. Hi.
Hello.
Paula, you remember these? When you needed a money order made at the bank?
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the little.
Oh yeah. Wow, not one, but two paymasters. Wow. It's like every time you go around a corner, there's just tons of stuff.
This is a new vendor.
Okay. Another new vendor. And there's vintage trinkets and treasures.
Yeah, she's been here a while.
These little cool little porcelain figures.
Yeah, this is another vendor that's been here a few years.
Yeah, what do you say, 25 years they've been here?
The business, but this vendor been here for like
Right.
maybe 2 years.
Oh, this is the booth that he says that it has open that's taken already.
This one is pretty neat. She does most of the, she cut out most of these herself,
Oh, wow.
and she make all the face masks.
Those are very cool.
Yeah, she can look at you and do a cutout of you like that. She did that.
Need a wide angle frame on mine. That was a joke, Paul.
This is Mary's booth. Mary and George.
Wow, they have a ton of stuff. But that's the way to do it, I guess,
Well,
right?
she had 2 booths and she went down to
To one?
So she had 2. This is
Books.
pretty. Jeannie has 2 boots, but she's gonna take on the 3rd boot.
Wow.
And you know, little stuff you can go in your kids. This is Sydney's fruit
Yeah.
stand. And I told her dollhouse here, and I have some more furniture I have to bring in.
Watch
So-
out.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Show my
those Himalayan
collection of pens.
salt votive holders.
All these are pins that I have, $2 a piece.
Oh, wow.
We have.
Oh, this is the other side of your booth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I left there about 15 years ago.
There's all milk glass. Everybody's into milk glass.
And milk glass is scattered all over. I have
Yeah.
some.
Wow, she knows her glass. There's McCoy, Blue Ridge, Pyrex. I can always hear people talk of Pyrex.
I couldn't remember who the one was. Oh, okay.
Wow, more glass. Is this uranium glass?
I'm not sure. Jeannie is the glass expert, so I don't know so much of that. When she comes, just give it to me so I can start it.
So we've been here now for a few minutes, and there's been a steady stream of people coming in. That's good. There's interest.
We have a lot of regular customers, and before the pandemic, we had a lot of customers from Canada and Europe, a lot of repeat customers, and
Yeah, because they come down, they want to see the theme parks, and then after a while,
yeah,
let's
now,
do something else.
now we're getting customers from Florida, which is
Venture out again.
Yeah.
Some record albums. The Bee Gees.
Yeah, there's also Kid One. He has records and comics. I don't know if you saw that.
I think that's the comics I was looking at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still walk around a little. If you want to help them.
Actually, this is Mary's, but I still.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna walk around a little more. Can I ask you a question? I'm filming, if you don't mind. Are you from Kissimmee?
Just from Orlando.
And you came here just for this?
Where did you go?
Would you mind if I filmed?
No, that's fine.
And you came here because you knew they had cool stuff that you wanted to see, or?
She's a repeat
Yeah,
customer.
we came in they came in initially without me, but we came in just a few weeks ago looking for 8-tracks. So luckily
Oh.
they had them here.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
So you collect?
I actually just got an 8-track player that's actually working. I have a cabinet, and we just got the 8-track player working. So I wouldn't say collect. I own one right now to make sure
Yeah.
that it did work. But we're getting more now that it is working.
Nice, nice. Very cool. Thank you.
No problem.
That's very cool. All the way from Orlando. So depending what part of Orlando, you're looking at an hour drive. So I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff that, I mean, I think I should buy something. That's cool, that Impossible. So I think it's a cookie jar. Oh, Flintstone's moving. So you can see in this place, there's no end where there's a variety of items in almost every booth, which is very cool. Oh, some old Lionels. Oh, parts. Parts is parts though.
That looks like one of my text lists that I just had.
Oh, look at that old Radio Shack truck. Radio Shack. $20. You're gonna start seeing more and more of that stuff. Radio Shack, Sears, stuff like Macy's and stuff. All the companies that are going out of business that have logo paraphernalia. The Star Trek bridge. I don't want to damage it more than it is. Well, there you have it, everyone. My little jaunt down to Kissimmee, Florida to see Lanier's historic downtown marketplace. I hope if you're in the area, you will stop by and visit them. And don't forget, the Sunrail train you could take from all the way up into Lake Mary, I believe, can take you down, drop you off right in Kissimmee, a couple of blocks away. You could do your shopping. You can get something to eat, walk around, and enjoy historic downtown Kissimmee. I also want to thank Paula Oliveri for taking me around and showing me the place. And of course, Jeremy Lanier, who's the manager there. Huge place. If you can't find it, I don't know where else you go. And look at that woman there. Came all the way from Orlando to look for 8-track tapes. When was the last time you heard or looked for 8-track tapes? And she found some. So good time, lots of stuff. You could spend hours and hours there, and you could help somebody with their collection or start your own or help your own collection. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this. And if there's something or some place you would like me to film, let me know in the comments below and I will respond. So till next time, see you later.